Today we learn how to make potato leek soup. You're going to need 3 leeks, 3 white potatoes, 5 cloves of garlic, 3 teaspoons of salt, chicken bouillon, whatever you like, about 2 cups of water, milk, a blender, and a pot with a lid. Very, very important to have that lid. To get started, what we're going to do is we're going to cut up the garlic. With cutting up the garlic, it's important that you smash it first. Be careful on how you put the blade. And little bits, little small bits, and you're going to put it into that little bowl and put it to the side. Next comes the leeks. It's important that you get as high up as you can before it starts unraveling on its leaves on the top. And the reason why that is because if you look inside, some leeks actually gain a lot of dirt because of the process when they get pulled. So you see dirt there, and you see some dirt there. What will happen is that once you finish cutting them up and getting them prepared so that you'll be able to put them into the pot, is that you want to actually wash them first, and you do that by sticking them in a colander. And when you finish that, you just pull out all the rings as much as you can. It doesn't have to be for all of them, but just a good majority. Wash them, and then the potatoes. Now with potatoes, it's actually not that hard to deal with them. All you got to do is cut one side, and believe it or not, slice them to as small as you can possibly get them. The smaller the potato, the better it is for you. Once you complete that, what will happen then is you're going to turn on the pot to as hot as you can get them. Take a little test, see how the water boils. The first thing that goes is going to be the garlic. Once the garlic is in there, the next thing that goes right after is going to actually be the potatoes themselves. And after you put the potatoes, you put a little bit of water so we can start steaming them. And then the leeks will be right on top. With the leeks there, add a little bit more water. Set your timer after you put the lid to 5 minutes. At a very high heat, you want it just to nice and steam out. And then stir. After you complete the stir, you're going to put it for another 10 minutes at high heat. Check on it. Stir it again. And after that stir, you want to turn down the heat to a simmer. And for probably about another 15 to 20 minutes, you just want to make sure that it's thoroughly cooked. And how to test that is that you're going to actually pull some of those potatoes and use a fork. It should be very easy for you to smash them, kind of like making mashed potatoes. Once you've tested it out, don't forget to pull a few of the leeks to the side so that you can use them for garnishing later on. Now, you prepare your blender by just simply getting it out and start putting the food directly in. I personally like to fill it all the way to the top. That's my way. But I would suggest, if this is your first time, to put it halfway. To use the milk, it's pretty simple. Turn on your blender and fill until it starts actually becoming soupy. Pretty simple concept. And you can actually watch this happen. As you can see, it's becoming more and more as a soup mixture than potato. And it's okay that you leave some chunks of potato and some chunks of the leek out there. It just adds for more to the look. Don't forget that in this process, one of the things that you need to do is add whatever salt you like to use. Personally, I like to use Knorr chicken bouillon. Once you complete this process, then all you gotta do is serve. Fill up as many bowls as you like, depending on this should be able to serve about 4 people easily. I like to put chives on top. And with my chives, I also, as I mentioned before, I pulled some of the leeks to the side. And what that's going to do is that it's going to be adding for a little bit of more garnish. This can be served cold or hot, and it's always usually more of a pre-meal to a main meal. Let's see what the taste test comes out with. It looks like a really good meal to have. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. But don't take my word for it. Let's go for the taste test. This was hot. Now that can be
What
hard.
is this, chives?
Yeah, chives, a little bit of leek, potato.
And this is a meal?
Yeah, that is a pre-meal.
A pre-meal.
You serve this before you serve your main meal.
What would be a main dish for this? Would be like fish?
Yeah, you could. This is a good dish. This is a good. It's thick enough that you can be used with meat, but it's thin enough where you can use it as soup. You can even use it as a cold base, and it's called vichyssoise, which is cold potato soup.
Never heard of it. That's why I've never heard of this soup. But it's actually pretty good. The leek. Okay. Cool.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's not bad, man. You make these on your own, or you find them?
No, this was a recipe that was given to me.
Ah, mom did it.
Yes, yeah, you gotta love mom. You gotta love mom.
That's cool. Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Not a problem.
All right, man.